All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Plant-Based Home Prepper, and in this video we're going to talk about what I believe you're going to need to have, the most important thing you're going to need during a TEOTWAWKI situation. Cue the intro. Bow, 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 bow. Ow, 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 ow. My snaps didn't seem to work right that time. So anyway, all right, welcome back to the channel. Again, my name is Roderick Chappelle. I am the host of Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, and I am Plant-Based Homestead Prepper himself, where I actually live in the city. I eat plant-based. I am creating a urban homestead, and I prep. And if you want to learn how to do the same thing, keep watching. So let's jump right into the topic. What is going to be the number one thing that you're going to need during TEOTWAWKI, the end of the world as we know it? Before I tell you, for my subs, y'all know I abuse y'all. And I need you to go ahead, if you haven't, I need you to hit the like button right now, okay? So the number one thing that you're going to need during a TEOTWAWKI event, and a TEOTWAWKI event is the end of the world as we know it, you're going to need the proper mindset. That's it. End of video. Not really. I'm going to explain what I mean and why I mean that, okay? In some of my earlier videos, I give you guys several tips and tricks about, how-tos, what-tos, all that kind of stuff. But I believe that the number one item that you're going to need during a TEOTWAWKI, SHTF, stuff hit the fan, world without rule of law, WROL, I think you're going to need a strong mindset. Why do I say that? When stuff goes down, and this is in your regular life right now, when things go down, I need you to understand this. You need to take a deep breath so that you can understand what's going on. How many times have you been in situations where you thought one thing but it was totally different? This happens to me and Jennifer and I all the time. We have this, well, we don't have disagreements. We have a misunderstanding about something simple. And because my hearing is not the greatest, I misunderstand what she says all the time. And because of my Texas twang, she misunderstands what I say all the time. Now you guys get the absolute best that I have because I give you guys the polished version of this Texan. I'm gonna say that again. I give you guys the polished version of this Texan. Meaning, I've worked on this for years. Because all it's gonna take is for me to go back to live in Texas for about 3 days. And I'm gonna sound like I'm from the bayou. It just is what it is. And it's nothing bad and there's nothing wrong about speaking with a country Texan twang or accent. There's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of you guys can hear it now. However, I really work hard on enunciating and the diction from my words because I know I can run words together. And I know for a fact that sometimes, especially when I get excited, I don't enunciate my words properly. That has taken me years to get, to work on. And it's still a work in progress. You never arrive. Remember, this is a journey. It's never a destination. This is a journey. It's never a destination. This is a journey. It's never the final destination. So, understand, slow down enough so you can understand the information that you're getting. Because if something happens and cell phones stop working, I mean, we all live on our phones right now. I saw a graph one time and it showed, it just showed everybody that had a cell phone that had a signal. And it showed this little graph of all these little blue lines all over the globe. And it was fascinating to me because I was like, wow, we are constantly connected all of the time. All the time. So if your cell phone just boom, goes out right now, and especially if you're not around other people, will you even know what has happened? Or will you think that your cell phone went down? You know, because if you live in a rural area, that probably happens all the time. However, if it's down 2, 3, 4, 5 hours and it doesn't come back, and if you're on your phone like I'm on my phone all the time, then you may start making a trip into town, and that might be the last place on the planet that you want to be. Do you have a backup to your communications? And most people that live in a rural area, most people do. Most of them either have a landline, or they have a CB radio, or really smart people have a oh my gosh, I was about to call it. Oh, what is it called? Something operator. Radio operator. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, it'll come to me. I promise you it'll come to me. But people that prep know what I'm talking about. I don't have one yet. I don't have that license that you need to be a ham operator. That's it. Ham operator. Woo! I had to go. Did y'all see the wheels turn? I was going through. Make sure you like the video. I was going through a lot of mental. Did y'all see that? Y'all see how fast it came though? I had to search through like 2 trillion files to find ham operator, and I found it. I'm so proud of me right now. So, oh goodness, do you have backup so that you can confirm what's going on? Because it just may simply be your phone went dead. You get home, you charged it, your phone just might be dead. I've had that actually happen to me, where I'm just riding along and my phone just bloop. I'm on a phone call, bloop, and it went out. I don't know if y'all remember Google had a phone one year, and it was like water resistant. They drop it off in a glass of water or whatever, and the phone was water resistant and all that. I messed around and bought that freaking phone. That phone didn't last 6 months. I had all my data stored on the phone. I had contacts on the phone. And one day I plugged that joker up. I was using it, and bloop, it went out. And I was like, I tried to turn it back on. That phone never came back on. I had to go get another phone. So, get a clear understanding of what's going on, because the last thing you want to do is make a rash decision that you're going to regret, and that's in life. Period. Always get a good understanding. Keep a level head about everything, especially everyday life. Now, if SHTF happens, TEOTWAWKI happens, you know, you've got to assess the situation, because trust, people around you, especially if you're in the cities, people around you are going to be going crazy. Okay? Crazy. I'm talking about straight crazy. That's why I love that that little spookumentary, or that little movie, American Blackout, because it really truly, I really believe that's the way people are going to act or react. I think the first day everybody's going to be, home from work, and they're going to be grilling all their steaks and all the chicken and all their fish and whatever. And I think day 2, they're going to try to put it in the refrigerator, and the power's not going to be on, and meat's going to start spoiling. They're going to cook some more of it. And some of those people, depending on how frequent they go into their freezers and refrigerators, some of those people are going to get sick from their own food. It's sad but true. It's going to happen. I mean, do you know how much of a comfort food ice cream is? Imagine all of the ice cream that's going to melt when and if the power goes down. People are going to be freaking out about ice cream. They're going to be freaking out about, oh, I just put $300 worth of food in my refrigerator. That's the last thing you need to be worried about. Oh my God, you worried about some food in your refrigerator? Yeah, it's better barbecue that stuff and go on about your business. And if you have gas, you better just cook it inside. But after the honeymoon is over, day 3, power doesn't come back on. Day 4, power doesn't come back on. People are going to start panicking because their food is going to run out. And once people's food starts to run out, what are they capable of doing then? They're capable of doing crazy stuff. And that's why they call it stuff hitting the fan, because people are unpredictable. I remember one scene of American Blackout. There's this couple, they go out and they try to, they trying to get some they trying to resupply. And this kid ended up getting, I think, a can of peaches or something. And this other guy walks up to him. He's going to hold him up. He's going to hold him up for a can of peaches. Well, the one that had the peaches, he had the weapon. Which brings me to another point. Don't take a knife to a gunfight. Do not do that. Don't take a knife to a gunfight. If you go and somebody is more armed than you are, you need to back off of that fight. You're going to lose that fight. That's just X equals you're going to lose. So, if all you have is a machete and somebody has an AK or an AR, you're in trouble. You need to hope they don't shoot you. Okay? So don't do that kind of crazy stuff, because that's crazy right there. But you're gonna have to keep a level head. You're gonna have to have the right mindset to survive. TEOTWAWKI, World Without Rule of Law, SHTF, grid down, however you want to put it, you're gonna have to have a level head. And I believe that is going to be the number one asset that you're gonna need during a situation. Because someone with a level head and someone who can keep calm under pressure is going to make very good decisions. That's the difference between making a decision to go out and try to resupply and getting involved with a riot. That's going to be, the difference between, us bugging out and bugging in. That's going to be the difference between, do you take the first watch? Do you take the second watch? Who's going to stay up? Who's going to watch the front? Who's going to watch the back? See, but I'm telling you now, start implementing some of those strategies now. Okay, hey, like at my household, we know if the balloon goes up for this, we jump to that. Okay, we immediately know to jump to a certain point. Okay, boom. We have a storm coming. We got water, but we're going to restock. I'm going to restock like crazy. When I first hear about any kind of storm coming, we're restocking right then. Bam, it doesn't matter. Power goes out, and it's due to a storm. We probably won't fill up the bobs, and if you don't know what a bob is, you need to find out. Okay. That's a way where you can fill up your bathtub full of water, good clean water while it's clean. Storm comes through, we without power for a couple, 2, 3, 4 days, no biggie. Matter of fact, in my neighborhood, it's no problem because we lose power all the time. No biggie. Storm comes through, everybody's like, okay, cool. And our provider even tells us, hey, you got to expect the time of such and such and such, and they're normally early. I can appreciate that. Power goes out and nobody can explain anything, we're going to phase 2 real quick. Or phase 3. You got phases. You got phase 4, 3, 2, and 1. And some people rank them from the bottom up. I rank them from the top, from 1 to 4. So power goes out, we don't know, we don't have a clue. Oh, we're at phase 3 already. Because I know people are going to start going crazy. First thing they're going to do is going to start hitting up the stores, the grocery stores, Sam's, the Walmarts, the Costco's, the BJ's. It's not going to be anything on the shelf. I remember the last storm that came through. I was messing around, and we had our stuff, but then I started making sure that people around me, my mother-in-law, my neighbors, all that, started making sure they had supplies. I messed around, and the 2 days before the storm was supposed to hit us, I went out and I called myself trying to find some water. It wasn't any water, no generators, no sand, no nothing, no duct tape. You couldn't find duct tape. People had gone out and bought up everything. And that was just getting prepped for a storm. Can you imagine if the lights just whoop, went off? And that's not even to mention if the lights went off and it was like an EMP strike. That's just the lights going off and you still have use of your vehicle. If the lights go off, guess what? You're not going to really be able to travel because people are going to have accidents like crazy. Traffic lights are not going to work. People are going to run into each other. That just is what it is. Hopefully, you'll be able to trek and make it home. Hopefully. God forbid if something happens and we get an EMP strike and your car doesn't work. Do you have a backup way of getting home other than, as we used to call it, beating feet? Gotta abuse y'all for a minute. Hit the like button, okay? So, the most important thing you're gonna have in a grid down SHTF, TEOTWAWKI, or World Without Rule of Law, WROL, is your level-headedness, your mind. Your mind is the greatest asset you're ever going to have. One of my favorite characters in the Game of Thrones series, I think his name is Tyrius. Is that his name? The little short guy. Okay, I love him. I love his character because where he didn't have it physically, he had it mentally. He always thought of a strategy that was a win-win situation. And I believe doing the TEOTWAWKI event, I think that's the way we're really gonna have to work, because we're gonna have to work together. Like I mentioned earlier in one of my videos, this lone wolf, this thing is not gonna work. A lot of people live in this fantasy where they're like, oh well, I'm gonna grab my tent and I'm just going to the woods. Yeah, you and who? You know, you need family, you need familia at that point in time. You need support. You know, that's what people are going to need. Is it going to be chaotic? Yes. Are a lot of people going to make bad decisions that's going to cost them potentially their own lives? Yes, it's going to happen. Be prepared for that. Be prepared for your neighbors not having everything they need. Even if, let's say best case scenario, your whole entire neighborhood are all, ready for TEOTWAWKI, SHTF. Let's just say that. And let's say you're just a little more prepared. You're like, they're ready for a month and you're 3 months ready. God forbid, What are you going to do? Are you going to bug out? Are you going to try to help them? What's going to happen at that point in time? Those are things you got to start thinking about now. If we have a long-term grid down situation, I feel for this country. I feel for this planet, actually. But I think other countries will have a better, I think they have a better go at it if they had grid down situations, because we're so dependent. We have gotten so accustomed, and Americans are so spoiled to the point where we can't even cook our food without electricity. A lot of people that I know don't even know how to light a grill. And if they do not light a grill, a lot of people don't even know how to cook unless they got charcoal. Do you know how to cook with just some sticks and some wood? Would you be able to boil some water? Sanitation. I mean, it's going to be so many things that you're going to have to think about at that particular time that we take for granted now. I should entitle this "The Things We Take for Granted Right Now." But there are going to be so many things that we're going to have to be ready for, and it's going to be impossible. It's going to be next to impossible for you or I to be prepared for everything. Because the one thing that you don't think about now is going to be the first thing that comes up during SHTF. I guarantee it. That's the way Murphy Law is. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong as they're going wrong. It's just the way it is, y'all. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I love you enough to tell you the truth. So, start thinking now. And that's really what it's going to boil down to. It's going to boil down to you thinking and getting your thoughts together now And I recommend, spend 15, 20 minutes. You don't have to spend your whole lifetime thinking about SHTF that may never happen. But take 10 minutes a day and just think about it. Run through. That's why I was talking about earlier in one of my videos, PDR, practice, drill, rehearse. It all starts up here. Practice, drill, rehearse through your mind. Okay, if I'm in the city and I'm able to get home, what do I do? All right, in this situation, what do I do? If this situation happens, and do I have the same standard protocol or standard operating procedures for this other situation that could be similar, but it's slightly different? If the power goes out for EMP, do I do the same things if the power goes out due to a storm? Those are things you have to start answering now. If my water becomes contaminated due to lack of sanitation and treatment, is that the same as my water becoming contaminated due to, I don't know. I mean, I've heard of cities where, this was sad. I heard this one story where people were, talking about how bad their water was tasting. And some random animal had died in the water treatment, facility. And, they finally got it undone or whatever. And the hair had clogged up, some of the plumbing and all that good stuff. And one of the workers was like, oh, that's where it went. We was trying to find it. Oh my God, are you serious? How many sick people are going to be sick because of your incompetence, sir? But that just is what it is, That's the life that we live right now, and that's just the way it is. So work on your mind. I talked earlier about reading books. There's so many awesome books, and I'm in the process of writing a book. I'll release it, eventually. Once you do your first two, it's like I have like 6 books I need to release right now, but I'm so focused on other things that they're still on the back burner. They've been written, they've been edited. I've chosen not to release them, which is okay. I need to, but all in due time. I feel that this is important. What I'm doing right now, I feel this is important because I feel that there's somebody out there that needs to hear this message. And that message is get ready, get prepared. Get prepared now and stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Because if you do that, it just makes it easier. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy because it's gonna really, really suck. I've been thinking about this thing for like 3-4 years. If anything, I hate to say when, if anything ever happens, what in the world can you? It's gonna suck. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worse than doing a 43-day fast. Because you're gonna be on permanent fast then. And I'm gonna tell you this: when you can't eat what you want to eat, that's when you crave the things that you've never craved before. I guarantee you, SHTF happens and you get hungry, you're going to be craving lettuce to the point where you're like, oh my God, if I could just find a head of lettuce, romaine lettuce somewhere, I would be so satisfied right now. If I had just listened to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper and planted me a orange tree or an apple tree or a kiwi tree or a fig tree. Oh my God, I wish I had listened to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper and planted me some collards or some kale or some Swiss chard. I wish I had listened to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper and learned how to plant me some corn or some okra. So you guys better listen. I'm telling you, because when and if it gets here, and Lord knows I'm hoping it never happens. If it ever happens, I'm telling you, it's gonna suck, and there's no other way of explaining how suckery it's gonna be, because it's gonna be suckery. It's like hickory dickory dock. Suckery. Oh, I hadn't abused y'all in a minute. All right, y'all make sure y'all like. Make sure you subscribe. Y'all are so terrible. Golly, I don't know why I gotta abuse y'all so much all the time. Y'all just love to be abused. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. This is my wrap up, but I'm gonna keep talking. I learned that from one of my mentors. They was like, hey, in your wrap up, just keep talking and keeps people on your channel longer. Okay, cool. I can do that. Got plenty of words. So, moral of the story, keep your wits about you. And this is from now. Going forward, I give you permission to make sure that you stay calm, think about the situation, and it doesn't have to be a SHTF event. This can be everyday life. Stay calm, think about the situation, and then respond. All right? And if you do that, hopefully you won't be taken by surprise. Surprise, I didn't mean to put an ED on the end. Hopefully you won't be taken by surprise, and you'll be able to last a few more days longer just because you were calm about it. Okay? So thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you for being here. And if you haven't yet, if you haven't been beat up enough, go and subscribe. Comment if this was helpful. Please comment. If it was hurtful, please comment. I know I hit you guys enough. Like the video. And if you feel like it's been helpful to you, it might be helpful to somebody else. Share it. It's okay. It's okay to share the videos. I will not be upset. Listen, I am not going to be upset with you if you share any of my videos with people that you know. Not going to be upset about it, okay? And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, you might get mentioned in one of the upcoming videos. Who knows? So as always, thank you again. And I know I said that, but thank you, thank you, thank you. We are swiftly approaching 100 subscribers. And when we get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway as an appreciation to you guys. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I am going to do it. And I'm going to figure it out in the next 12 hours. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a special video where I'm going to be like, okay, look, go here, do this, do that, such and such. And comment this certain way and like and share or whatever. I don't know all the details, but it's going to be something like that. So be on the lookout for that. It is coming. All right? Because we are getting there. We're getting to 1,000 subscribers so quickly. It's making my head swim. Thank y'all for being here. God bless. Take care.